Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Module 2. We had a great first week, a lot of activity on the discussion board, and it was really nice to get to know everyone. So thank you for your work on that. I've got a page with some notes to help remind me of some things I want to make sure and mention in our video here. So if you see me looking down or something along those lines, I'm really not falling asleep, I promise. I just want to make sure I catch everything of importance. So on the screen, you should be able to see Module 2, the learning objectives and things like that. And I believe I stated in a previous video that I'm not going to read those to you. I don't feel like reading you the PowerPoint is of any benefit. You're all adults. You can read and probably read it faster than I would have if I was telling you about it. But the overview is we're going to continue to look at state and federal laws related to employment and HR. And this is an exciting module. So some of the things we want to think about is our prep activities. I call them prep activities, but it's reading and videos. So it's chapter 3 of the textbook. There's a video on Ask Jan. And I'm glad that the university brought this up because Ask Jan is a great resource when you're dealing with accommodation or ADA or AAA issues. It's a good resource. You can go out there and generally there's a number of people that have already asked potential questions that you're thinking of or you may be concerned about. But if not, there's an avenue for you to inquire and get information that might be of help to you, and it's vetted and everything. So you're not asking some guy that just watched a YouTube video on ADA and these are experts in the field. It's Ask Jan, and it's a website you can go out to and things like that. I'm sure the video details that a little bit more. There's a couple other articles, talks about Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. As you probably are aware by now, this is a key piece of legal employment law that will impact a lot of things that you'll do in the HR field. And then there's another one that's how to conduct an HR investigation, and I encourage you to read that one as well because that's going to come into play as you look at your assignments. You're going to have, speaking of assignments, you're going to have your 2.1 inbox exercise. Now this one's going to take a little time. It's a 3-part exercise. There's 3 questions that you as the HR person is going to respond to. You'll be getting these messages from various employees. The key note here is 1, don't forget about the overarching federal payment laws, FSLA or Fair Labor Standards Act, but the question number 1 actually pertains to state law. So you'll want to make sure you address that from both the state and the federal perspective. A lot of times it's asking about Texas in this particular instance. You can go out to the Texas Department of Labor, and generally their laws and regulations are posted. Most every state, that seems to be the case. They'll have a link where you can go look, or you can reach out as an employer and ask different questions. And if you're working in a multiple state organization, that could become very important. Excuse me, I thought I was going to sneeze there for a second. So you'll want to look at those and the requirements associated with that. Exercise 2.2 is to respond to the HR ethics series, so you'll need to log in and take care of that assignment as well. And then they mention under 2.3 milestone 1. Milestone 1 is actually not due till module 3 or the following week, but it's going to take some work. So I would encourage you to look at it and start planning that assignment currently so you're aware of it. Again, great work, everybody. I'm glad to see and meet each of you in the class and see that we're getting off to a good start. If you have questions about this class or anything in particular, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to visit with you and see what we can do to find information you need. Thanks, and have a great week, everybody.